Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Online Biology Tutorials. In this live of today, I will be teaching you the different types of muscles in the human body. This video is apt for class 9th and also it will be serving as an introductory video for class 11th. In case you have muscles in any class of the middle school, means in 6th, 7th and 8th, then this video is meant for you. Herein, we will be drawing the three types of muscles, skeletal, smooth and cardiac, and we will be studying the differences between all the three. In case you are in class 9th, I have got more videos for you. You can check the playlist of my channel. It will be really helpful. So to begin this video, muscles are the special type of cells. Muscle cells are the special cells because they have the ability to contract and relax and come back to their own shape. So, basing upon the functionality, basing upon the nucleus, what type of nucleus do they have? Is it only a single nucleus or many? And whether they are controlled by us or they are working on their own. Muscles are basically categorized into three main parts, right? So the first type of muscles are skeletal muscles. The second type of muscles are smooth muscles. And the third type, cardiac muscles. Because smooth muscles and skeletal muscles, they have their alternate name as well. So their other names are to be done. Skeletal muscles are also known as striated muscles. Smooth muscles, they are known as non-striated muscles. After naming, I will be elaborating each. So stay together in this video till the end. Skeletal muscles, they work according to our will. That is why they are also known as voluntary muscles. But in case we talk about smooth muscles, they are non-voluntary muscles, means they don't work according to our will. Now, as we progress, let's come on to the skeletal muscles. As the name is making a sense that these are skeletal muscles. So skeletal muscles will be those which will be directly attached to our bones, right? So they will be attached to our bones. Very important point. Now, as you can see that if you touch your forearm or your leg, you must feel that you have bundles of muscles there. So, the smallest unit of the skeletal muscle is a myofibril. Okay, is a myofibril. So, if suppose this is the bundle, right? And it has got lot of fibrils inside it. And I have just taken out one fiber. Then this one fiber. So these are the bundles which are written as muscles. And this is a fiber which can be taken from these skeletal muscles. Okay. So whenever you read the word myo always means muscle and fibril always means fiber. So all the muscles which are like fiber, which are just like a thread, are known as myofibrils. Let's move ahead. So one thing we have learned for the skeletal muscles that they are attached to our bones. Now let's study their structure and thereby we will be writing points for the skeletal muscles. To draw the skeletal muscle, I am drawing a myofibril first. I hope it is very much clear to everybody. So this is a myofibril and here we have lines, zigzag lines. So this is how you need to draw, okay? Each zigzag line is known as letter Z, okay? Distance from one Z to another Z is known as sarcomere. I hope I am clear. See here, now we have to draw the light and the dark band because the skeletal muscles they have another name as well, which is striated muscle. So why are they being known as a striated? Because they have striations on them. What do you mean by striations? Striations means band. So here in this pointed part we are drawing the light band. I will be making it with different colors so that it should be clearer to you. Here with the blue color, I am making the dark band. So here on the other side, it is going to be light band. Here also it is going to be light band. Please see, this is very important thing to be noticed. See in one sarcomere, see this is the light band. This is the light band. But if you compare these light bands with the other sarcomere, means this one, see here along with the light band, what do we have? Dark. Along with the dark, what do we have? Light. Along with the light, what do we have? Dark. So such type of alternate arrangement is seen in the case of skeletal muscles. Let me clear my screen so that I can explain you further. Now, in this muscle fiber that I have drawn for you, Z to Z distance is known as sarcomere. This is the shortest distance, okay? This is the smallest unit. If you take a small ruler, the smallest distance that it can measure is 0.1 centimeter, okay? Similarly, this is the smallest part of a skeletal muscle. These red marks, what are they? They are the light bands. Okay, and these blue marks, what are they? They are the dark bands. Okay, so once again, let me clarify. Skeletal muscles are present in your limbs. You have two type of limbs, forelimbs and hind limbs. Forelimbs means your hands. Hind limbs means your legs, right? So in the form, bundles are present of muscles, and if you take out a smallest unit of that bundle, you will get this myofibril. So here I have drawn for you. So this is the bundle, blue one, and this is the smallest fibril, which is myofibril. And here I have drawn a myofibril. So this structure is the myofibril, in which you can observe sarcomere, light and dark bands. Another important thing, that light bands, they are composed of the protein actin, whereas dark bands, they are composed of the protein myosin. Because as muscles contract and relax and they help us in the movement, so these two proteins, actin and myosin, what are they being known as? They are known as contractile proteins. So once we will be understanding what are skeletal muscles. So this is the internal structure, right? Now, if you see the external surface of a myofibril, again, I am drawing a myofibril for you. So in case you are drawing a myofibril like this, so on the external side, a myofibril will look like this. That was the internal structure. This was the internal structure. This one is the external structure. These black color or black color diagrams is being so shown in the NCERT, but here they are red colored. So they are nucleus. How many nuclei are there? There are many. So for many, we use the word multi. And for nucleus, we'll be writing nucleated. So in case we want to describe the structure of skeletal muscles, which all terms do we need to use? The shape is cylindrical. Okay. So one thing you already know, that they are multinucleated because they contain many nuclei. Another thing, they are cylindrical because you can see that it is a cylindrical shape. And another thing that you can describe for them, that they are unbranched. So These points should be written for the skeletal muscles: multinucleated, cylindrical, and unbranched. Now let's come on to the another point. So first point that you have written for the skeletal muscles was that they are attached to our bones. And thereby I told you the structure of the skeletal muscles. Then you can write one point that skeletal muscles are multinucleated, cylindrical, and unbranched. Next point. So next point that you can write is that these muscles work according to our will. Thus, they are voluntary. So, we have written the meaning of voluntary because they are working according to our will. If you want to move your hand, you can. If you want to move your leg, you can. Why? Because the skeletal muscles, they work according to our will. These muscles contains light and dark bands on them. Light and dark bands on them, thus known as striated muscles. Why are we calling them as striated muscles? You have seen zebra. I hope everybody has seen the image. On the zebra body, we have marks black and white. Similarly, these muscles, somewhere they look light, somewhere they look dark because of the light and dark bands on them. Now, you can write for them, they are present in our they are present in our hind limbs and forelimbs. Another important thing that these muscles these muscles gets tired. For tired, you can use another word, fatigued, due to the deposition of due to the deposition of lactic acid. Due to the deposition of lactic acid in them. Very important point. Right? So, what we have learned about the skeletal muscles, let's see from the beginning. These were the muscles which are attached to our bones. That is why we are calling them skeletal. We have written another name as well, striated. So why are we calling them striated? Because they show striations or light and dark bands on them. Why are we saying them voluntary? We are saying them voluntary because they move according to our will. Where are they present? They are present in our forelimbs and hind limbs, means our hands and legs. Now about their structure, these 3 points are very important, that they are multinucleated, they are cylindrical, they are unbranched, and they cannot work for longer time because they get tired due to the deposition of lactic acid in them. The diagram is also very important. So once you are done with the diagram, I'll suggest to learn the points thereafter. Now with this, we have understood the skeletal muscles. Now let's come on to the smooth muscles. Now, smooth muscles, they are spindle shaped. Okay, they are spindle shaped. They do not contain any striations on them. That is why they are known as non striated muscles. So once you have written the points for the skeletal muscles, writing the points for smooth muscles will not be a tough task for you. So these are non-striated muscles because they do not contain any bands on them. Another important thing, they are non-voluntary muscles because they do not work according to our wish. So let's draw smooth muscles. This is the spindle shape. Okay. A spindle shape is a one in which the structure is broader in the center. See, this center structure is broader, but this end and this end, they are narrow. You might have seen fish. It is broader in the center part, but at its anterior and posterior end. See, whenever you draw a fish, this is the eye, these are the fins, and this is the fin at the back, right? So, see, in the fish, the middle portion is bigger, but anterior and posterior end is narrow. Similarly, with these also. So, I'm rubbing the fish here because otherwise you will understand that ma'am is letting us know the muscles of the fish. No, that's not the topic. We are reading muscles. So this is the spindle shape of the smooth muscles. These are non-striated. They are not containing any bands on them. They are non-voluntary, right? Or you can also write involuntary. Involuntary is much appropriate. Involuntary. So I'm rubbing this. In place of this, you can write involuntary. Now, where are they being present? So whenever you swallow the food, is your food pipe taking consent of yours? No. Why? Because it is lined by the smooth muscles. So food pipe has a smooth muscles, stomach has a smooth muscles, your bronchi, which are present just beneath the trachea or the windpipe, bronchioles, right? Your intestine, they are all being lined by smooth muscles. They work on their own, and because of which they help in the process. For example, if you talk about stomach, as food reaches the stomach, the muscles of the stomach contract and relax on its own. No, it helps in the digestion of the food. If the muscles won't move, the digestion is not going to happen. Similarly, bronchi and bronchioles, they help in the passage of air to the alveoli. So if they are not going to function well, if the movement is not adequate, a person will be suffering from asthma, right? Now let's come on to the last type of muscles, which are cardiac muscles. Cardiac muscles, as the name itself is giving you an idea, where are they present? They are present in the heart. And very important feature, they contract and relax rhythmically. Rhythmi, it is TH, rhythmically to produce heartbeat. Very, very important function of them to produce heartbeat. So every time heartbeat is there, every time it is like contraction, relaxation, right? So this is how heartbeat is produced. So cardiac muscles, they resemble striated muscles. Why? Because they show striations on them. They also resemble smooth muscles. How? Because they are involuntary. They are not taking your consent. They are making heartbeat on their own. So this point is also very important. Cardiac muscles, they resemble striated muscles because they show striations on them. They resemble smooth muscles because they are involuntary in nature, right? So they are also cylindrical, but they are branched. Quickly write in the chat which muscles were cylindrical and unbranched. Quickly. And they, in spite of having many nucleus, they are uninucleated. Uni always means one. Nucleated always means nucleus. So cylindrical, unbranched, multinucleated were the skeletal muscles. Cylindrical, branched, and uninucleated are the cardiac muscles. How are we going to draw them? So I'm making them longer because as I wrote that they are cylindrical. I also wrote that they are branched. That is why I am showing branches in them. So this is how you can draw cardiac muscle. So with this, we are almost done. Before I end up this video, now please prepare a 3 marker question of differentiation. between the skeletal muscles, smooth muscles, and the cardiac muscles. Okay, so this is your job that has to be done if you have understood this video. Now, for skeletal muscles, what are points you are going to write? Just wait. So, for skeletal muscles, what are you going to write? I have already written, so I will be just speaking. In case you want to note it down, you can note it down. For the skeletal muscles, the first point will be these are, we'll be talking about their structure first, right? So the first point will be cylindrical, unbranched, and multinucleated. For smooth muscles, we will be writing they are spindle shaped, uninucleated, and non striated muscles, right? In cardiac muscles, we will be writing they are cylindrical, branched, and uninucleated. So after writing for the 3 points basing upon their structure, we are done. Now, the second thing that you can tell is about their location. For skeletal muscles, you can write that they are present in our forelimbs or hind limbs, means in our arms and in our legs. Smooth muscles के लिए आप क्या लिखोगे? They are present in our food pipes, stomach, intestine, bronchi, bronchioles, etc. For cardiac, what are you going to write? They are present in our heart. And the last thing, you will be drawing their diagram. So for a 3 marker question, please write the point on the left here. And here you can write structure, location, diagram. Then you can write 1, 2, and 3 points for all these muscles. Okay. Now, you might be having a question in your mind that if cardiac muscles are working throughout, then are they not taking a rest? Let me make this thing very clear to you. You know, skeletal muscles, they cannot work for long, as I have just told. So we take rest in between. Whenever we are sleeping, these muscles are resting. Some are resting, some are not resting. So as you change the side while you are sleeping, the other set of muscles, they relax, right? So this is how they relax. Smooth muscles are also taking a relaxation in between when you are not eating, when you are sleeping. But at that time, your bronchi and bronchioles are continuously working, right? So their job is more efficient. But if you talk about cardiac cycle, you know, our cardiac cycle is zero point 0.8 seconds long. Means our heart cycle, there is one cycle in the heart. You'll be studying the detail of it in class 11th bio in case you are going to take it. So that cardiac cycle is allowing 0.4%, zero point 0.4 seconds working and 0.4 second rest. That means 50% your heart is doing contraction at that time and 50% it is doing relaxation. So in this cardiac cycle, which has a span of zero point 0.8 second, half time means 0.4 second is the time of contraction. Students, if you are still connected, there was some a glitch in between. So I was just talking that your heart is taking rest in between. So if we calculate the duration of a complete day, the complete day is 24 hours long. So in those span of 24 hours, 12 hours the heart is taking rest, 12 hours the heart is doing contraction. But you know, heart has to work in such a way that heartbeat should be there, and it can only be there with contraction and relaxation, contraction and relaxation. So it cannot do sustained contraction and sustained relaxation like smooth muscles or the skeletal one, but yes, it is resting in between. In case this video was helpful, please do share it with your friends. So this is how we have done the difference between the skeletal, smooth, and cardiac muscles. Stay connected for more such videos. Thank you.